EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Caesars Superdome. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the New York Giants and the New Orleans Saints. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Green to bring it back. Fights him off. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. Justin Herbert looking comfortable here in season number 2. He looked comfortable in season number 1 for that matter. But what's the game plan for defending and trying to limit him?
Oh, you've asked a really difficult question there because you're right. Year 1, he looked like a 5-7-year veteran, and he's only going to continue to get better. But with a guy who throws such a pretty ball and has such a great arm, throwing the long ball has got to be a blast for him. He wants to push the ball downfield. Doesn't mean he can't make all the other throws, but I want to take those away first and make him beat me by being accurate and dinking and dunking all the way downfield.
Well, this defense for the Giants, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Herbert's throw pulled in by Gronkowski. So those are the numbers for Gronk in last week's outing. 6 catches for an even 100 yards.
And you can tell early, they're going to look his way quite a bit, and he made himself available on that one.
On second and very short, Herbert, and his throw is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he is going to have a Saints first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Herbert now. It's caught. It's Shenault again. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. Here's Herbert. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Deebo Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball over.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Herbert. His throw incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Michael Thomas now heading back onto the field. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
Going deep here for Parker. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A big play there for the Giants. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants have taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession.
Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing, and I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, the little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to bring up a third down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
To throw again on second down, Cousins. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Giants. Travis Kelce, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession.
And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
Make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Open man, Gronkowski complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. To the air again, Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw into the hands of the receiver, Shenault. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Tackle made by Marcus Golden. Off the play fake, Cousins. He's going to let one go deep for Parker.
A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive one of quarter three.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, but it's going to be second down. Justin Herbert looking to pass to Shenault on the slant.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
On second down, here's Barkley, and he'll get it down here to the 43.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And the Saints not only missing Drew Brees from last year, they also lost their top tight end, Jared Cook, to the Chargers. So tight end, it's a position in flux, but that's a nice grab there to pick up the first down.
And he gets it down to the 32.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Herbert. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Herbert able to complete this to Shenault. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. 2nd and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They're 2 for 2 on third down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on third down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. Touchdown, Saints. Laviska Shenault, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Flushed out right. And it'll locate his running back open downfield. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
Escaping the pressure right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And the Saints are right back in this football game. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Now it's Herbert. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Marr now to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Looking to throw. Herbert. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. From the 50, here's Herbert. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Down under 2 minutes to go. in this football game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Complete to Shenault. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 35. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Herbert's throw taken in by Samuel.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Herbert to Barkley on the check down. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And it's caught. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
Sam Sloman for the PAT.
He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. That time, a 9-play drive, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And this is caught. It's Parker. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Cousins here to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Green to bring it back.
Well, they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better, and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. He dumps it off to Barkley.
Oh, what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. A very short gain.
They do, and this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by the rookie from TCU, Trayvon Merrick.
And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A lot of scoring thrilling. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.